Good morning, this is Zachary from Zachary Sweeps. Just doing this barrel stove, and it's very damp up in the chimney. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get it to draw and roar away very quickly. So the plan of action is, like I always tell you, is stack it right up with dry wood, plenty of paper, and if you haven't got, well, this is kindling. But if you haven't got the kindling that you buy from the shops, plenty of dry bits of wood from outside and everything. So what we're going to do now is just going to light it up, and then let's see what happens. And we just light that on that corner there, and then we're just going to watch it. Keep the door open for a few minutes. What I've done is because it's a twin flue wall pipe system, I've gone outside the inspection hatch, and I've stuck some paper up there and lit that first. What we'll do is we're going to close the door a little bit just to give it a bit of oxygen in there like that. As you can see the difference, just close it a little bit more. Let's try and keep that oxygen going in there a bit more stronger than it is. So we'll just leave that for a moment. How far can we do with the door? So keep the door, just keep the door slightly open. What we want to be doing now, as you know, we just want to be listening out for the crackling of the fire, and then we'll know that we've got it lit. It's always a good idea just to leave the door open slightly. Obviously you don't have to do this every time you have a fire. It's just literally the first time. This one was absolutely saturated, the flue pipe, and that's why I went outside and put paper in the inspection hatch, dried that out first, get that pipe warm, as you can see. Otherwise, if we hadn't done that, the smoke would be coming straight back into the room right now. But as you can see, but as I said, if you find that the paper goes out, then what you want to do is you want to just close the door and just have a tiny little bit of oxygen coming into the actual appliance. It makes such a difference, and clearly the drier the wood the better. There we can hear crackling now. Obviously you're not going to have to do this every time. It's just literally because the weather's been so bad at the moment, and basically you'll probably only have to do this once. If you do leave it for a few weeks, you will have to do it again. But if you what I've recommended to the customer is to keep the fire going, warm it right up. They've got a spiromatic on the top of it. It's not working very well, so hopefully with a few days of fires, it might loosen up. If not, it probably need re-greasing, because remember that they sit on bearings, and so sometimes they need to be greased up because they can rust themselves. So as you can see, it's drawing up there lovely now. It's very hypnotic as well. I could stay here for the rest of the day, to be honest with you right now. Very much so. So that's all we're listening for, is just the crackling. Once we hear a lot of crackling, then we know that we've got the fire lit. And as you can see, there's no leakage coming out of the sides, even with the door open. But we've left the door open for a reason. Make sure you have a nice thick ash bed in there as well. And then what you'll find is when you go to put like a log like that, when it settles down, this sort of size one, you'll find that'll burn for 2 or 3 hours, and it will kick out the heat. Now I think if we shut the door, see it drop down like that instantly. So see the difference? We're just going to keep it open for a little while because we want to really get that chimney warm. Any ideas with the vent on the top? Which way's open, which way's closed?
Left closed, right open.
Right.
That's open.
Right. Oh, just going to see if we can get to close the door now. Let's see what happens. We'll leave it for a little bit. the customers even made me a cup of coffee. This is the second one I've had here today. I'll definitely be coming back. Just stand back a little bit. It's a Morso barrel stove. They're really great appliances. I think we've sussed it. As you can hear it crackling away. Right, yeah, I'm gonna at this moment I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm happy with that. It's drawing well. So remember, if you've got one of these and you've got a twin-walled flue pipe system that goes out outside and it's sopping wet, take the inspection hatch out outside, put some paper in there, light that, dry that pipe out, then come back in here, start your fires, but pack it right out. Don't be frightened. Don't start the fire as you've finished it at the end of last season. Start it as if it's a fresh fire, so plenty of paper and kindling, get it really warm up there, and then you won't have to do this every time. You'll only have to just do this the once, unless you leave it for a long time. Anyway, have a great day from Zachary from Zachary Streets.